control.
Think about the last time you sat in complete silence. No phone, no music, no noise. How long did it last? Most people cannot sit in silence, not because it is difficult, but because it reveals too much. So they speak. They fill the air with words, unnecessary explanations, constant reactions. Not to communicate, but to escape themselves.
Every word you speak leaks something.
Your thoughts, your emotions, your insecurities. The more you speak, the less you hide, and the less you hide, the less control you have. I have watched men destroy opportunities simply by speaking too soon, revealing their hand before the game was played, showing desperation where patience was needed, answering questions that were never asked.
Bhairava does not speak to be heard.
He speaks only when it is necessary.
Watch people closely.
They interrupt, they over-explain, they rush to respond.
Why?
Because silence makes them uncomfortable. Silence forces them to face what they are trying to avoid, their failures, their doubts, their unfinished battles within, so they talk, and in talking, they expose everything. But the one who remains silent
sees everything.
Patterns in behavior, weakness behind confidence, fear behind anger, ego behind words. I have learned more about a man in 5 minutes of watching him in silence than in 5 hours of conversation.
Silence is not passive.
It is observation, and observation is power. Noise is easy. Anyone can react. Anyone can argue. Anyone can prove a point, but silence requires discipline. To hold your words when your ego demands release.
To stay still
when your mind wants attention. To listen without preparing your response. That is the hardest thing. Because we are trained to respond, trained to defend, trained to fill every gap with sound. But the warrior who masters silence masters himself first. The loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. They need to be seen, they need to be heard, they need to be validated. But the silent one
needs nothing.
He does not chase attention. He does not explain himself. He does not reveal his intentions. And because of that, he becomes unpredictable. Unpredictable men cannot be controlled, and men who cannot be controlled cannot be defeated. Speaking less does not reduce your presence. It amplifies it. When you speak less, people listen more. When you stay silent, people observe you. When you don't react, people become uncertain. And uncertainty creates respect. Not the kind of respect that is given out of politeness. The kind that is earned through presence, through stillness, through the quiet confidence of a man who knows exactly who he is. A calm mind does not rush to speak. It waits. It watches. It understands before it responds. This is why silence sharpens awareness, and awareness sharpens action. There is a reason the greatest predators in nature move without sound. They do not announce themselves. They do not warn their target. They simply act. Precision over noise. Intention over reaction.
You do not need to prove anything.
Not with words, no. Not with reactions, no. Not with explanations, no. The man who constantly justifies himself has already lost the argument within himself. Let your action speak, and let your silence protect your power. Because your silence is a shield. It guards your plans, it guards your emotions, it guards your next move. No one can prepare for what they cannot see coming. Bhairava does not waste words. He sees, he understands, he waits. And when the moment arrives, he moves without hesitation. So the next time the world tries to pull a reaction from you, pause, breathe, and choose silence. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you are powerful enough not to say it.